Oh shit, look at that. We're live. Hi everyone.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yeah, welcome to season 2 of the Thunder Rift. We've done a time jump that I was supposed to think about how far in the future it was supposed to be, and I never did it. It's got to be at least a couple hundred years, I think, with the amount of civilization that's sprouted and grown. But yeah,
the opposite direction. Been like, it's been a week and a half.
It's been a week and a half. It's crazy.
Oh, crap.
I heard
Wow.
there's this other deity that did it in 7 days. We did it in 5. So
Boom.
Beat him.
Not to be outdone.
Yeah.
didn't even take a break on the last day.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. We're doing this in the Fantasy Age system. So moving away from Free League, which nothing against Free League. I love Free League. Just, wanted to try something different. I guess let's do character introductions and then we'll get into it. Jeff, you want to tell us who you're playing?
Oh God.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm putting you on the
Let's try.
spot.
I can do this. I know I'm not usually in the first position. That's weird.
I just roll them
okay.
random now. It's your fault. You gave me the idea of rolling positions.
I do it.
random.
I always roll at random. Roll at random. Okay. All right. So I am Bullreg, son of Bullreg. I am an orc. I am 6'6" and I weigh more pounds than all of you combined. I am a champion of the world, but specifically of the orc shithills. I travel this world trying to make it better, trying to clean the shit from the world that is spread far and wide. And I am glad to be with you. And I am the complete opposite of McGavin. I am a good person, and I only eat asparagus.
Oh, wow.
That is all. Destiny. I'm doing like a Last Kingdom thing. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's terrible.
It's fine.
Yeah.
We'll
Figure
good.
it out.
It's good.
It's good.
We'll get there.
Figure it out. Nah, it's terrible. I'll see you guys later.
Jeremy, what you got?
Hey, I'm playing Luath, and I'm an elf. I'm a scout, shooter, stabber, overall doer for a long time. I'm not a pretty elf or anything. I got sunken eyes, muted colors. My hair is like gray, not that silver fox kind of way, more like dirty dishwater. I'm just really tired. I'm like 20 years from retirement, and I'm gonna make it.
Nice. I just realized that you're missing from the screen. Where are you? Not Jeremy, but your token.
I mean, there's a token called Jammy there.
Oh, there is. Let me
Hey,
fix
Gavin
it.
came and at him.
I exerted
yeah.
my
Bullrig.
force of will into the will.
Bullreg is so large, he is sitting upon him, and you cannot see him any longer.
I really wish you would stop that, Bullrig. I don't want to stab you. You seem like a nice guy.
I cannot see where my very large ass will go on the ground. You should know better than to put yourself there.
I was sleeping. I had the last watch, you son of a bitch.
Well, that may be so. I apologize. We will improve things for the future.
Fine.
So diplomatic. Wow. How am I going to
He's
handle
a
this?
champion, but he's got like communication skills. It's gonna be
Oh
great.
my gosh, it's going to be wildly different from last one. Like, hey, here's this possible problem in front of you. We shoot it a lot. Yeah. There's
And that
Totally
might
different.
still happen.
All right. Yeah. Dan, what you got?
Just disappointment for everyone. And by that, I mean Bart. He's like an upper class rake, so he's kind of like a disgraced wealthy guy. He's just hanging out with you guys because you look fun.
Sure. Very cool.
That's
Bert.
what he liked.
Yeah.
I am playing Bohi, the devoted of the One. And when I say one, I mean the great god McGavin. Once a humble soldier, I found his divine inspiration later in life. And now I spread the wisdom of McGavin.
Wonderful. And we got a new face, new person joining the channel. John, who are you playing?
I'm playing BM2, a shit shoveling robot from the Orc Shithill region. He's been doing it for quite a long time, and he's decided to get out and see the world. And he just likes to help. He's built to help. He wants to help. And he'd also like to see the world. He's read a lot of things, because with the shit comes a lot of other things. Just because somebody else called it shit. So, yeah, there's a lot of shit.
Okay. You all. It's dark. Not like dark outside, like pitch black. You can't see anything. You go to move your hand in front of your face and you realize that you can't move. You wiggle a little bit and you feel there's give, like something is like kind of soft, but with a little bit of resistance is just formed all around your body.
I think someone's after my money.
What are y'all gonna do?
What is this? Who is there? Why are you doing this? I must push harder. And I will try to, like, just with my immense might, trying to push the fudginess off me.
Give me your test there. Go ahead and use that might feat.
Oh, all right.
What is
nice.
that? A strength? Yeah. The rest of you hear Bullrig calling out, but it's muffled.
I don't know if the might thing added or not, but anyway, 15 total.
Let's see. That's strength. So fuck math 3. No, so that you would have added 2 from that. So you would have added 17.
17. Bullrig is not good at math.
Neither is the DM. It's fine. As you flex, rip out, and you fall out of this thing that was holding you, and you land on the ground. It's a packed dirt and stone. You look around, you see that you're in a cave. You're covered in orange pulp, and you look back to see what you broke out of, and you see that there's this giant kind of brownish yellow or orangish pod, and you realize it's a giant yam affixed to the wall of the cave that you just busted out of. And you see 4 more, and you can hear your friends inside struggling.
My friends, keep heart. Bullrig will save you. In a moment, I must think on which one of you to take out first. And
Me, definitely me.
I'll go for M2 actually.
Punch his way out.
Yeah, I'll give you a hand. I'll try to, like, help as M2 tries to get out, because we come from the same part of the country.
Oh,
the world.
PM2, yeah, you just Kool-Aid man out of this thing, and like there's this orange yam pulp stuck in all of your crevices. Let's see, Bohai.
Bohai just patiently waits, because all things are of the greater intent of the one. So he waits to see why McGavin has put him in this situation. Quietly, accepting his fate.
Okay. Let's see. Luth? I don't know how to say your name yet.
It's like Lou and then Eighth.
Luith?
It's Luaith. Yeah, it's speedy, fast, that sort of thing.
All right.
I really don't want Borg to help me. He's gonna like yank me, and then he's gonna toss me across the room. He's not. I'm just gonna try and cut my own way out. I hope he does help Bert.
No, careful, Louis. You might hurt yourself. I shall save you.
No.
Why don't you?
I will be of assistance.
Stop. No.
Why don't you just go ahead and give me? We'll call it accuracy. Try
Just an accuracy check. Okay.
Accuracy or dexterity? I think dexterity might be better as you try and like contort yourself in a way to get your knife out and cut through this flesh. 14. Okay. It's enough. Yeah. You cut yourself free and you crash onto the floor. You see 2 pods are still sealed as you're in this cave, and you can see off a little ways. You can see a tunnel kind of leading up with dim light coming out from inside. Bart, What are you doing?
Just try and get out. Nothing too crazy though. You know,
Okay.
don't want to get dirty or anything.
Well, if you just want to try and get out, just give me a strength test.
I've got none of that, so
You did good. You managed somehow to thrash your way out as you all stop and look, and you see the final pod still stands there.
It's still dark,
Yeah, no one's gotten you out yet.
but it is dark, right?
Yeah, you can't see anything.
Wow. This can't stand. McGavin was a light in the darkness, and I will cast Shock Blast. It will blow up a 6x6 yard area around me.
Yeah, go for it.
It does 1d6 plus willpower penetrating damage to everything within a 6x6 yard area.
I'm gonna nerf this because I don't want you killing all of your friends in the opening scene as you flex your magical might, and all of you see that this last pod just turns to orange mist and just coats all of you as Bohai now stands there in this smoking, smoldering yam juice all over him. Free. His pod and the pods next to him were just completely disintegrated by this.
There's like,
I mean, you
DM
look
class
gross,
for
but you
him.
smell great.
Yeah, it smells like Thanksgiving.
Is there anything around? Do we have our equipment?
Yeah, you're all completely kitted out. You still have everything.
do we know each other, more importantly?
So far, the introductions, you've all seemed to be acquainted. At least some of you are acquainted. Is anyone a stranger to this group?
Anybody want? No? Okay.
No.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
So
you all-
we've at least drank together.
yeah.
I cleaned up.
So
Once another man sits on your face, you know him really well.
Don't remember how we got ourselves in this situation. Anyone care to enlighten me?
that was going to be my next question. Someone, you all can work on it collaboratively here. Tell me the last thing you all remember, because you certainly don't remember how you ended up in these.
well, there's beer involved
Yes. There was definitely beer involved.
and alcohol. I mean, some liquor,
Yes.
some whiskey.
Bullreg remembers this, yes. But Bullreg also remembers smashing very large yam with mold. And I will hold up the mold. It's like covered in orange or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Test of strength, perhaps. There are none stronger than Bullreg.
Must have been a special bar because we all know that Bulrig only imbibes fermented asparagus juice.
Yes. It is what you all should imbibe. It is good for you. It will make you regular.
Yeah, I could swear I was running like a bet or something. I don't think I got my money.
Yeah.
I remember actually I tried it and I was shitting for 2 hours straight and BM2 wouldn't leave me alone. It's a horrible night.
I was hungry.
I really wish you would stop that. I really wish you would.
We were
Look.
drinking again, it seems. So
It's a requirement for
Tuesday.
my functioning.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yes,
y'all.
Louis. Would you expect a bird to not fly? A fish to not swim? A shit robot must consume shit. This is the way of things. Do not
Yes,
apologize
it's true.
for who you are, M2.
Thank you.
I'm not asking him to apologize. I'm just saying, like, let me move away first.
Don't
And you
try and
wait
get it
until
out
it
of the
clears
faucet.
the rectal cavity before
I am-
you.
I am unaccustomed to these. I've told you this before. I am unaccustomed to these ways of interacting with others. I've been shoveling shit for like 200 years. I just got out of the hole.
So
All
yeah.
right.
Last thing you all remember is a fairly regular night on the town, back in the metro. Drinking was involved, Bullrig's test of might, smashing yams, and then it's just hazy, just nothing. And then you remember waking up. Now, as you look around, you're in this cave. It's not a large cave by any means, just large enough for these large yams set around the wall like pods, 5 of them. And looking ahead, yeah, you see this, kind of twisted bit of stone tunnel. Looks natural, kind of leads up. You can see dim lights up ahead, the occasional flash, like maybe it's leads outside and it's storming and there's a flash of lightning here and there.
BM will start walking to the entrance. I'll take a look.
I shall accompany you.
I want to examine what's left of the plant that we were stuck in.
Yeah, you start kind of looking over these plants as BM2 and Bullrig start moving towards the, what appears to be the exit. And you look and you can see that they look just like giant yams with these thick tentacled roots kind of sprouting out of eyes here and there, anchoring them to the walls. And it's as you're kind of looking over these things, kind of taking the sight in, you see kind of along the ground, kind of like almost tucked behind some of these, something kind of slither off to the side.
I will investigate that.
Yeah, as you kind of kneel down to look, you see, at first you think it's like this snake, but then it kind of comes out real quick. You can see that it's one of these roots, but it's large, just very large, 4 inches in diameter, just covered in these thorns. And all of a sudden, it just darts out and just kind of comes out in this whipping motion and takes a swipe right almost at Bart. Like you think maybe it was trying to get at you, but you might have been a little too close to its base. Like it couldn't quite flex around enough. Bart, I would like you to go ahead and give me a dexterity test.
Just a second here.
Okay, pulled a 12. As you easily dive out of the way, as Bohai, you see 2 more of these vines kind of hiss out from the pods that remain. 3 of them all together kind of rear up and start slapping towards those of you still kind of in the main part of this cave. And you know what? Just for shits and giggles, let's go ahead and do a little bit of initiative to test it out.
Man, I'm not sober enough for tentacle stuff.
Give me a second.
So is there an
Did you have
initiative button on this
against
one?
tentacles?
It should.
Yeah.
Initiative
is.
is just dexterity, I think.
Give me a second. I haven't loaded that up yet.
Go ahead.
Get some tokens out. So I don't have a map for this, so we'll just put BM2 and Bullrig a little further out.
Now is the time. We could escape these people. We could go, you and I, together.
We could, but they do appear to maybe need assistance.
That is true, of course it is. This was just a test for which you have passed.
Okay.
I'm very
So
happy.
now, if you all click on the little fist tab, you should be able to just click the D20 icon and it'll roll your initiative for you. Okay, we're all in there. Luaith, as you turn around, starting to maybe head towards the exit, as you hear this hard whipping sound, and you see Bart hit the ground, ducking underneath one of these large tentacles.
Man, come on. All right, you said we got all the equipment and stuff like that, right?
Oh yeah.
All right. Now, Bart's on the ground. I'll shoot the one next to him. bring out this, big goofy fantasy looking rifle and arquebus and whatnot, and I'm going to try and shoot that thing.
Sure.
I think. Oh, it's on my quick access. Nice. Does this thing have less than 4 decks?
Dexterity, yes, it does.
Okay, I'm going to do a pinpoint attack. Does 16 hit?
Yes, it does.
Awesome. Oh my God. I'll do a lot of damage.
Holy shit. Yeah, you do. You do a shitload of damage. I want to see if this does.
Woo.
I told you, you're not penetrating me, my friends, nobody. We're out of here.
Okay. How does this work? Oh. Everyone should check. Okay, never mind. New system. I'm figuring out how that apply damage button works. Okay, cool. Oh, it didn't work right. That's fine. So yeah, you pull out your big, giant, fantasy-looking gun. Let a blast out. Oh, that's terrible. It doesn't. It tracks. I just dragged the token over.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I did.
Last summer?
I know what I did last summer as well.
I've completely
Still?
forgotten.
I think so. Maybe I don't. I linked the actor data on the monster, so it was affecting the HP out of all of them. There, it's fixed. Oh, snap, Melissa, 300 bits. Thank you very much. If I remember correctly, that is a banked reroll.
Ooh, nice.
Someone should keep track of that because I don't pay very close attention to things, and I'll probably forget it. But thank you. Okay. Yeah, you hit it. Kick its butt. Do a lot of damage. Anything else you're doing?
I'm going to very bravely move towards the exit.
Sure. Bart, you ducked and rolled out from where this thing tried to slap you.
All right, I'll just try and throw a couple punches at it.
Sure.
I don't know if I have this all right because I have brawling and I've got gauntlets, and I don't know if I have the weapons set up correctly or not. So we'll find out.
I see gauntlets.
I don't know if I can put the focus name on them or something to get a benefit from that, but
What's your focus in? Oh,
Brawling.
Brawling.
yeah. I haven't quite figured out how this character sheet works, so
Yeah, I'm still learning.
I think I get 2 attacks, so I'll just roll them both, and
Yeah,
because I have dual weapon fighting.
Okay. All right. So your first one, that's a 10 to hit. I believe.
Focus, maybe.
Oh, and your focus, that would be another 2, so that would be a 12 to hit. Does 12 hit? 12 does hit. Yeah, okay.
Yay.
And then you rolled a d3 for 3 points of damage.
Oh, did it actually roll the focus for me?
It did not. I added that with my.
Oh, okay. That's what the. All right. Yep. All right. And then I get to do it again for a whole, probably not a lot of damage. Oh, that was wrong button.
All right. 13's a hit.
All right. I do not do much damage.
But that is enough. As Bart, you run up and you start punching the crap out of this thing and just tear this vine to shreds. Where's my dead skull thing? There, we'll just go with that. Yeah.
Nobody fists better than Bart.
No one
There we
fists
are.
better than Bart. Okay.
That is what we heard.
Next constrictor. Let's see. There's kind of just 2 targets left here. Barton, Bohai. So let's see. Dan, you're 1, 2, 3. Bert, you're 4, 5, 6. So as this thing takes a swipe at you, Bert. 10, what's your defense?
2. That's right.
It's your armor. Your defense.
I have no armor.
Okay, and you don't have any dexterity either. You got a 0 on dexterity?
Base 10. Yep.
Okay, so that does
base 10.
hit you for 3 damage.
And that comes off your health.
Yeah.
Hmm.
If you're wearing armor, if you have an armor value, that would come off of that.
Basically,
Yeah.
I have to spend extra spell points if I wear armor. So right now, no armor. I may change my mind later.
Cool.
Yep.
All right. That means Bart, the other one's coming at you. And what's your defense?
12, if I have it right, and I have 4 points of armor.
That's not you. Yeah, 12 and 4 points of damage. Okay. That will hit. And you will take a single point of damage, but you got 4 points of armor, so that soaks it. So you don't take any. Bert, you're up.
Okay, well, seeing as someone else has already put the fist on the thing, I will reveal my single gauntlet. And I will also punch the thing that just hurt me.
Sure.
Okay, so I'm going to see if this rolls. Let me see if this. So I'm going to hit the brawling specialty. Did that give me? Yeah, it took brawling into account. It looks like.
Okay.
Okay, so a 19.
That is a definite hit. Yeah.
Okay, now let's see if the gauntlet works. Do I hit the dice icon? There we go.
So that was the roll.
No, that's the roll. Okay, so it's the fist next to it. Maybe there it is.
Yeah. All right,
5
5
points of
damage. Okay. Very cool.
Give as you get. One of the many parables of the great McGavin.
BM2, you hear commotion start in the cave behind you as you look back and see these large vines are attacking the others who hadn't started moving towards the exit.
About how far away are they?
At this point, we'll go like 30 feet.
30 feet? All right, perfect. All right, so BM has it looks like a cannon on his shoulder, and it like levels down and aims, and I'm going to fire an arcane blast at it.
Okay. 11.
Got doubles. Ooh, and I got doubles. So
but
I got
that
3
is
stun points.
a miss.
Curses.
And
All
I
right.
think the doubles only count between your 2 regular dice as well. So yeah. Sadly, that's a miss, unless you want to use our banked reroll already.
Nah.
Okay.
I'll just fire randomly into the cave. Sounds good. Great idea.
Bullrig.
damn it!
Bullrig, son of Bullrig, hears the sounds of his friends from inside of the cave, and he shouts out, "Do not fear, my friends! I am coming to aid you!" And you said 30 feet, so I think speed is in yards. So I have so I can move 33 feet. So I will come in. I will charge in heroically, as Bullrig does, large as he is, blocking the light from the end of the cave. And I will find one of these things, and I will smash it. I will not fist it. Fisting is for these friends of mine. I will hit it with a very large hammer. So yeah, I'm going to try to whack it with them all.
There you go.
It takes a while for me to get into this voice, but once I do, it stays forever. And then Melissa gets very upset with me over the next 2 weeks as I continue to talk like this. This is true.
Amazing. 11 is a miss.
I'm using that damn reroll.
Okay, go for it.
There we go.
17 is a hit.
Yes. Ooh. Stand aside, my friends. I shall show you how it is done. Much like the yam that I smashed in the distant memory, I shall smash this vine for 18 points of damage.
Good God. Doesn't drop it. That hurts. That's
You fool. You should have died where you stood, Vine. When I hit you again, you will feel it, and so will your descendants.
okay. Lewis.
Wow. So, okay. I'm going to, bravely. I moved my if this is in yards for movement.
Yeah.
Oh God, I have a speed of 16. I'm
Look, flying, man.
no. I'll get just on the edge of my rifle range, but for the close range,
Sure.
and bravely stand at my distance and reload my gun for a major action.
Okay.
Yeah, you tell him, Bullrig, man. He made a huge mistake. Doesn't know what he's.
You are
in for.
correct. Yes, sir. You will speak true.
I do. Man, you yell right at him. Draw all his attention to you. You're the important one here.
I shall do this, yes.
All right, good.
Bart, you're up.
There's just another vine over here that needs some smashing.
There's 2 vines left. One of them's all up in your business.
That's an easy target. Then we'll try and punch it over into Bullrig's business, maybe.
Okay.
Figure out how my focus is. Maybe there we go. I think I got it fixed.
12's a hit.
I'll roll the other one here, and then we'll just do damage.
13's a hit.
Boop. Boop.
Oh, snap. Goblin Cave TV raid incoming. That's exciting.
Oh, snap.
Okay.
Headed.
3 damage and then 4 damage.
All 7. I'm killing it, guys. I'm doing it.
You're doing it.
You're a brave gnome. I am glad to know you.
All right.
Positivity.
Let's see. So now this one's got either Bullrig or Bohai. So 1 to 2's Jeff, 3 to 4's Bert. Jeff Bullrig, this thing comes at you hard. Snap, Melissa.
Come for me, you
Thank
fool.
you. Another bang to reroll.
Nice.
Oh, dang.
16.
That will hit me only because I allow it.
Good to know. 2 damage.
You fool. This armor here will protect me, but you are not wearing any. When my maul strikes down upon you, you will wish you were. I'm going to do this every single time
I love it.
until you guys kick me out of the group.
Bart, that one that you just attacked is going to attack you right back. 14. That's you, Dan. Is that a hit?
Sorry. That'll hit. Because my defense is 12.
Okay. Yeah, Goblin Cave. This is first time I've ran and or played the Expanse tonight right here as we're kicking off this new campaign. So yeah. 2 damage.
4 armor, so I should be good.
You're just fine. Oh hi. Muted.
Seeing it's still there, I am going to pull forth the mystical shin bone, it's a thigh bone
There you
of
go.
an expired halfling.
Oh wow.
And, use my arcane blast. How does this work? Let's see. A normal ranged attack, but the attack rolls an accuracy arcane blast test. Okay. I haven't set this up. Accuracy. So I guess I'm just going to roll accuracy.
Yeah.
That's going to miss.
Melissa just did buy us a reroll if you want to use it.
Oh, this early in the game? Nah, it's okay.
Okay. Yeah, you cast out your bolts.
So,
yeah.
Actually, the bolt doesn't go off. I look at it and says, could have sworn the salesman said that this is guaranteed a halfling bone.
It's
I have my
fantastic.
doubts.
Not genuine halfling.
BM2.
All right. These
Reproduction.
appear to be very stubborn roots. I will activate my coprolite blast. So there's like a kind of a sucking sound from the cannon as the moisture is drained out of some poo, and it's formed into a hardened spike of
Oh my
fossilized
God.
poo. And
Someone needs to drink more water.
yeah, total mess.
This is why I don't get melee. You lob those things everywhere.
It's very uncomfortable.
It is, and he got it in my hair last time. It's just the worst.
All right. So I was looking at all out attack, but that's for hand to hand, right? That's not for
I don't know.
weapons, right?
That is rule I haven't studied yet.
Okay. So are there still two alive?
Yes,
There's
there
one
are.
next to me that's still alive.
Yes,
the
there
one that
is.
attacked me.
Yep.
You fool. You should have ran when you had the chance. Now you shall face the full force of Bullrig's Maul. And I will attack that one again.
Sure. 14's
14.
Yeah.
Goodbye, fool. May hell be filled with many, I don't know, pumpkins or something, whatever it is that you enjoy. 17 points of damage.
Oh, yeah. You take that thing out as you just splatter it hard against the ground.
Very loud, very boisterous, big movements. Like almost looks like he's going to fall over as he swings. Awkward, like a teenager.
That is amazing. Lueth.
Yeah, man, you tell him. You got that guy.
I did indeed, sir.
17's a hit.
I'll shoot the other one.
13 damage. Wow. Doesn't take it out, but it's in rough shape. Okay. Bart, the one in front of you just got shot by a Lueth.
I think I've finished off 2 of them so far, so maybe I can get all 3 here.
You got one.
Okay, all right.
And Bullrig got the other.
Okay, do that. All right. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I got all of them so far.
Nice.
I mean, that's all that matters. So.
That's all that counts. Oh, snap. Goblin Cave TV. There's that raid. Thank you for showing up.
Only one of them's gonna do it. Is 4 damage enough?
Is 4 damage enough? No, it is still up.
That's fine. Even when one of them finishes it off, I'll know it's actually me.
It was you. Okay.
It just took a second for it to breathe its last breath.
As it's now this thing's turn. And rather than trying to whip you, Bart, what's your defense?
Oh gosh, it is still 12, but maybe it's suddenly 18.
It is not, as it wraps around you and starts to constrict on you. Doesn't do any damage, but while you're constricted, you lose an action on your next turn, either your main action or your minor action. And next up, Bohai. Bohi? Am I saying it right?
Yeah, Bohai.
Bohai. Okay, cool.
I am gonna shake the bone once more and say, if this isn't a real halfling bone, I'm going to go back and I'm going to shove this up the merchant's ass. Yeah, let's try this. I think I got a program this time. Boom. Oh my.
That is a hit. Yes, it is.
With 5 points of stunt.
Holy crap.
So this is considered a missile attack on the stunt list. Do we have a list here for the stunts?
I have the GM screen loaded in.
I see it. Yep. Okay, so let's see.
Let's see.
Where's the stunt list? Spell
Second
stunts,
page
no.
on the GM screen.
Combat
Spell
stunts, missile
Really
weapon.
good.
I guess it's a combat stunt there.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, and I got 5 points. 4 points. How many
Yeah.
points did I get?
If
I
you
got
just want to
5 points.
spend all 5, you can get
Yeah,
a
lethal blow. An extra 2d6 worth of damage to the attack.
So give me your regular damage and then roll me an extra 2d6.
Okay, so
4 there.
4, and then another 8.
Another 12.
12 points.
Nice.
Yeah.
But that is enough as you just shred this thing to bits with your arcane blast.
God,
it
if I
almost
hadn't
kinda
allowed it to wrap itself around me, I might have been killed by that.
Yeah.
And below
as
the
it-
top of the bone, it's like the merchant has saved himself some rectal damage.
Oh God. Yeah. Yeah, you've no other vines seem to be coming at you. You have a minute to compose yourselves as you then head on out. of
Is
the
anyone
cave.
injured? Did those plants cause anyone physical harm? Hmm?
I'm fine. BM's actually gonna like turn and like look towards the exit.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to cast Healing Touch on myself then.
Okay.
Just one die. That gets me right back to.
Fantastic. Very cool.
Ulrich is gonna put a giant hand on the gnomish shoulder of, is it Barth or Garth?
Bart, definitely not
Bart.
Bartholomew.
Bart.
Never call him that.
I will put my, like, the hand's probably bigger than your head as it comes down. That was clever strategy, little one. Using your body to make sure that the vines were immobilized so that our Holy One could blast it to death. You are quite cunning. Well done, sir.
That was definitely the move. That was, yeah.
Indeed.
Clever strategy.
Like-
Yes.
I see we have a general of war in our midst. Ha ha! Now, let us leave this cave.
Okay. Yeah. You all head on out. Let me see. I need to adjust something real quick.
Hey, you guys don't have to make somebody turn sober. This is not how a morning after should go.
Speaking of sobriety, I found myself to be a bottomless pit this morning. I require something meaty with grease. Anyone else?
And I am.
I can
peckish.
provide fresh water.
No.
That does
It's
not
clean.
satiate either of the two things that I mentioned.
Tell you what,
Perhaps we
I'll
will
go hunt
find-
something down.
Perhaps
Sorry.
we can find grass up on the surface and we can grind it down into a green juice for you. And this could give you all the vitamins and nutrients you need.
So will bacon. We can find asparagus wrapped in bacon for you, of course.
BM's gonna go inside and find the coprolite and just pick it up and start munching on it like a crunchy Snickers.
There you go. Yeah, you all head out of the cave and you kind of take in the landscape around you. It is just this ruined wasteland, twisted dead trees. The terrain's got this just dry, cracked earth, patches of dead grass, this foul kind of ichorish kind of water here and there. This heavy storm kind of rolls overhead. It's dark, it's night out. Rain's pelting down, kind of looking around between the flashes of lightning here and there. You look towards the west. So Jeremy said boned, and it was fine.
Half boned, though. That's too much.
Half boned is too much. Okay, there. Looking around towards the west, in the north and the south, you can see the large faces of these cliffs that kind of separate out the Thunder Rift. You're not sure where you are. This is very foreign, odd, just ruined terrain. But looking towards the east, you can see that it opens up way off in the distance.
My thoughts are I'm going to look for some tracks that probably lead us to some water that the animals are drinking, which can A, get us some food to put in your belly, and B, let me get some water the BM2 ain't providing. No offense. I understand it's sanitary. You're a beautiful, wonderful person at what you do, but I'm not drinking shit water.
It's always there upon request.
But Louis,
Someday, I may be desperate and make him drink it, and we'll see what happens.
What?
Louis,
I'll
Within
take his
that lake?
water and make him drink it, you know.
but in that lake or in that river, Louis, there are fish, there are frogs. And where do you think they shit? Within the water. Would you rather drink the shit-stained water of fish and frog, or of folk like ourselves, intelligent, meat-covered?
I hear you. I do. But there's just something about the fact that he gathers it and he squeezes it directly out of it. Like, I'm not going to go gather a bunch of like fish poop and hold it over my face and squeeze it until water comes out. That's running water, okay? And I'm going to take a sip of water off the top of it. I'm not scooping up muck and squeezing it into my face.
I rescind my comment. I have lost my appetite. Let us journey elsewhere.
Yeah. So Louis, you said you were going to be looking for like tracks or something. Give me a perception test.
All right.
And when I call for a test, I'm just going to call for the main ability.
Mhm.
And if you've got a focus that fits for it, go ahead and throw that on there.
Yeah. My only focus and perception is seeing. I don't have any tracking.
Okay.
Focus.
And definitely with the storm and the darkness, using your seeing would be tough.
I'm too busy talking about how I'm not going to drink his water.
Yeah. You all kind of wander for a while. Seems like a good hour kind of looking around, scavenging. Eventually, Luath, you do come across some muddied tracks in the, this fractured ground here and there. And following towards it, you see a single shape not too far off. When the lightning flashes, you can see that kind of like a robed, hooded, hunched back figure off in the distance, just shuffling along.
It's like a creepy like hunchback fell up there. I don't want to offend you when I say hunchback, but like the dude's back is like really like, like he's kind of creepy looking over there. Might just be the lightning. I don't know.
We should say hi.
Lovely. Exactly. We should aid him. He might
Yes.
he might need our help.
You know what?
You all say hi, and I'll kind of stay back here.
I will
I will do
observe
that,
your
Bart.
diplomacy.
Yes. Come, M2. Let's just go introduce
Yes.
ourselves. You, sir. Hello there.
As he stops, kind of whips around, and he sees you. They see you, and they look at. Hello.
I was
Hello.
wondering, do you need aid, sir? Or madam? I'm sorry to presume.
Yeah, I'm good. As you kind of get closer, between the flashes, lightning here and there, you can see the very clearly rotted face of like a zombie. Good, just, out and about, wandering around, enjoying the weather, feeding,
I
watering the
see.
worms.
Do you know where about this is? I assume I'm like a little ways back still.
Right? I don't hear so good. I only got one ear left.
Like, you asked the question for me then.
Yes, of course. My good friend is a tactician, a masterful genius of combat. He asked a very simple question. Where are we?
Oh, in the gloom fens.
We are in the gloom. We are in the gloom fens, my friend.
Oh.
Where is that?
Pinging it on the map. And I've also moved the Defenders of Kobold token that shows where the party location is.
That also was legitimately B2 or BM's
Okay.
whispered question.
You'll have to
All right.
forgive the expression, but we're in a shithole.
Hey, none of that over here. There's not much to shit this direction. Well, I mean, if you want to go south to the hills, where that one's at, comes from There's plenty of shit down there.
I am familiar with that.
Yeah.
Matter of perspective.
Bart, why don't you come up? He is very friendly. There is no need for you all to hide behind. Come forward. We shall introduce everybody to our new friend. What is your name again, sir?
Yeah, Victor.
Victor. His name is Victor?
Yeah. Usually there ain't nobody out here this direction. Brings you all over here.
Yams.
Yams. Yams.
Yes.
Oh, the yams got you. They do that. I don't know why. You're not the first ones. Probably not the last ones.
What is it, in fact, that they do?
I don't know. People show up and say, yams, they got me here. And we're like, okay. Most of them don't live long enough to make it out of the gloom fence, though.
But you have lived here. You stay here all the time.
Oh, yeah, I live here. There's a hole over there in the ground that I sleep in. Well,
You don't.
not really
you're
sleep,
the one,
but I just rest. Let the worms kind of stretch their legs.
You're not the one killing the people here, right?
Oh, no. I am a vegan.
I'm sorry.
right?
Did you stutter? Did you say a vegan?
Yeah, I'm a vegan.
Explain.
I only eat the feet of creatures that are already dead. It's ethical.
I
Yes.
have heard of stranger diets as I stare at Rick.
Why the feet?
I don't know. It's kink, I guess.
I see. Your kink is to consume that which you have a kink for. How very interesting.
It's weird. If there was therapists out here, I might talk to them about it, but I'm all alone. Well, mostly all alone.
Mostly?
Well, hi. Our Holy One is of the cloth. Perhaps you could hear his confession or some other guidance you might give him from the Holy One.
Well, if you got time, I'd be all right with that. Listen, there's this
We
one
have
time.
plenty of time.
I got the 2 feet, and the feet just came right off. So I'm like, oh man, what am I gonna do with these feet? So I just put them together like this.
La 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 la
That'd
la
be a
la
snack,
la
just like
la
eating corn
la
on the
la.
cob, just right across the top.
Let me impart upon you some of McGavin's words of power.
Yeah.
I go over and I take the bow and I just go, stop it right now. Just stop.
How I did it.
Thank you.
Did it work? Do you feel better?
I feel like someone hit me with a bow.
But quickly, show him your feet. See if it worked.
I'll do that.
Gosh, I mean, it's been a while since I've seen some
Don't
live
show
feet.
me feet. Don't show me feet. Don't do it.
I don't think it worked. Hit him again. I mean, cure him again.
I mean, do you know where we could get some food that ain't dead? That is dead but not rotten.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
City or
If
something?
you're wanting to get some food, I mean, you're gonna probably need to find somewhere safe to stay the night. Let's head over to the haunted tower to the north-ish from here.
I'm sorry. So we wanted to find a safe place to eat, and you're saying go to the haunted tower.
Yeah.
Safe as in how?
I mean, ghosts don't eat
Why haven't I
feet,
died of
so-
old age yet?
He raises a valid point. Ghosts do not eat feet.
It is true. I have heard this as well.
No teeth.
God.
Well,
Is
No
it called
solid.
the Haunted Tower because it is in fact haunted, or is this merely a naming convention to eschew too much travel in its direction?
I don't think it's actually haunted. It might be. I don't know. I've never seen any ghosts there.
maybe that's
Tourist
just
trap.
where
Well,
the
you know,
ghosts
it's
live.
creepy.
Like a
Tell me,
Sure.
I understand there's this new fad of harvesting the departed spirits, and it's a healthy trade on the black market, selling their essences. I believe people snort them now. Has that been a problem? Are
Not
there
over
hunters?
here. That's
No?
mainly over in the DMZ. Listen, the people that like to do that. They don't come over this far. But anyway, yeah. He's dead there. Counts there. He's all right. Probably
Count?
put you up for the night. Yeah.
Like, does he
You should go
count
there.
numbers count or like a different?
I don't know. I mean, if you got a castle like the Haunted Tower, I mean, you probably got money, so you probably count coins.
Are you familiar with this Count?
Oh, yeah.
As in, does he know you and you know him?
Give or take, we do business every now and then.
Excellent. And I will wrap my big, meaty, like, its arm around him. Like, then you shall make an introduction for us. We would not want to show up as strangers. Yes, my friend. Yes.
Okay.
Travel with us.
I mean, I ain't got nothing better going on. I mean, when the things out here kill you eventually, I got more feet. I don't have to wander far for them.
I've never wanted to live so bad.
Well,
No, just, I hate to be an asshole, but like your business with this guy, it doesn't have nothing to do with like, bringing him fresh meat, does it? Like we're not going to be his food alive so that we can then be your fetish dead.
oh, no.
Or something like that.
No. The people who get killed out here, the things that the bears leave behind, I gather up the cool stuff and I bring it to him and he,
Okay.
gives me things every now and then.
Are we
Fresh
talking
pickled
regular
toes
bears?
once. What?
Oh, sorry. I should like regular bears or like weird bears?
Oh, you ain't heard of the bears around here?
No.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, whatever messed up the land around here got the bears too. Terrifying, huge, monstrous, flesh-eating, and angry beyond all means.
But they don't do foot stuff, right?
No. They're called dick bears.
God damn it. I'm going to shoot myself tonight. I swear.
Now, are they called dick bears because they look like the shape of a dick, or because they carefully construct their diet around consumption of dicks?
Or do they perhaps just have very poor personalities?
I think it's basically all of
Yes,
the
well,
above.
Good point.
Claws are shaped like dicks. Is that?
Oh, that would be very interesting. It would be very frightening, awkward to be hit by one, but probably would not hurt as bad as a regular claw.
It's true. It's true.
It will wound your soul. You would never get over it.
It probably
That's a
went
good point, Louis.
as he goes into his very long and drawn out description of the dick bears. As Chuck frantically searches and remembers that he forgot to upload the image.
Oh my!
Grateful.
Image for the dick bear now.
And it's
How
a
far we've
good
come.
one because I don't know if you noticed, I had to turn off the map image to the stream.
I certainly hope Chuck is not about to change our relationship.
Click the check mark. There we go.
How
Can't
far
believe
we've
I
come.
did that. I can't believe I did
Perfect.
Like, I want to ask follow-up questions, but I shouldn't.
Don't.
But I want to ask, like,
Please don't.
now, Victor, I must ask this. This is very important.
Yeah.
When the, God dang it. No.
What?
When the
Not
nightmare
fluid.
fuel-
My simple question was, if it was flaccid, would it get in its face? Does it have to sweep it out of its face? Much like hair, as you can tell, I have hair as well that I frequently have to get out of my face.
like it tosses its head to the side a lot.
That's
It's
would seem
tight.
to explain why
I
it's
would-
angry all the time.
Well, I would imagine when it's angry, it becomes more erect, as it is
Yeah, it
Yes.
does. Yeah, it's
aroused
usually
in
bad
anger.
news.
Yes.
Kind of like those two over there that are heading this direction.
Oh,
Ah,
hi, bears.
hello, bears.
Is this?
Oh, ninja. I'm gonna hide. You guys You guys go for the dick bears. I'm hiding.
We shall attempt to communicate with them. Perhaps they know of another way outside of the swamp.
Why the hell are you talking to the dick bears? Bears don't talk. What the hell does having a dick on its head make you think it's going to talk more?
You don't want to
We
roll
live in a
initiative
world in
for me.
which yams are intelligent and they are capturing people and putting them in caves. We live in a world where zombie people move around. It is certainly possible that a bear with a dick on its forehead could actually be sentient.
I hate the fact that
He
you're
makes-
reasonably making a point about this. I still don't want to talk to him. Please don't make us talk to him.
What if they write excellent poetry?
I don't want to
Oh.
read dick poetry.
Well, it would be dick bear poetry. An entirely different genre altogether.
You guys, it's a good thing I hated my old life so much worse than you, because
Jeremy,
this
if
is
you
still
want to roll
bad.
initiative.
Sorry, my screen froze up for a second. There we go. Now it's gone.
This was using the old tokens. That's fine.
So
Damn.
Jeremy, I just noticed myself that the board reset, so your frame rates might be all the way maxed again, which could be accounting for things.
Oh,
Good.
okay.
Yeah, Dan's character named Bart. It's your turn.
Yes,
As you
somehow
see,
You're right.
I went back to being Dan again somehow.
You did. It's because I loaded these tokens up earlier before you provided me a name and an image.
Oops.
I forgot to update it. And we've already rolled initiative, so I'm not re-adding it.
Doesn't matter. Is there like a hold action?
On the cheat sheet.
Prepare. You pick one major action that you prepare to execute and then end your turn. And then anytime until your next turn, you can interrupt another character and take your prepared action immediately.
Yeah.
I don't really want to get closer to the dick bears, but I'm gonna be ready to, shoot the dick right off.
Okay. So yeah,
Whatever that
you
means.
use your minor action to prepare your action. What are you preparing?
I got a pistol, so I'm
Okay.
gonna try to make it count.
Okay. As the first of these dick bears, what's your speed, dick bear? 14. God, I need to change this over to yards. We're going to say this is mapped out in yards. So yeah, it's going to use whatever the charge is to use its minor and major to close right in next to BM2 as this thing's just roaring in your face very angrily. BM2 as it moves to Lueth's turn.
Hello, friend.
All right. So I guess I'm going to shoot it and back away.
Okay.
Oh, man. Does it have a dex lower than 4?
It does.
Okay, I'm gonna pinpoint strike him. Or maybe I'm not.
Yeah, that does not clear the defense.
You know what? Did we already use up our rerolls?
I think we've got one left.
Yeah. I'm real sorry, but just the nature of this thing, in my opinion, warrants it. About a 14.
14's a hit.
Okay. Good. I shoot him.
Holy shit.
I'm gonna run the hell away. Bravely and within range that I can reload and join more later.
Bullrug.
Ulrich, I see. We have bears close to us. So I was just looking at charge. Does charge require a straight line? Does charge I know it's up to half your speed rounded down. So would I not be able to charge this guy because BN's in the way? Or I wasn't sure how litigious age gets.
Let's see here. That is an action in combat. I'm going to go to the cheat sheet because I've got it listed there. It doesn't say there that it requires a straight line. You just have to move up to half your speed.
Okay. So then I will. Careful, my friend. I do not think this bear Dick is friendly. Or is it Dick Bear? I am sorry. If I say it the other way around, it means something different. So I'll charge in.
Yeah.
On. Yeah. God dang it. Okay. So I'll charge up. So I think that gives me +1 to my attack. But I also think because BM and I outnumber him 2-1 in melee, I'll get another +1. So I think I have an extra +2 on this.
Sure.
I think. And now to figure out how to actually add that.
I would say just roll it, and we'll just.
Oh, you could right click on the die and it'll let you do it.
That's
Yeah, there we
good
go.
to know.
Learning all sorts of new things. All right, so roll modifier +2. 15 to hit.
15 is a hit.
Ah, Dick Bear, you should not be here. Return home. Tell your Dick Bear family we mean you no harm. And then I'll hit him with
Sure.
the bear. That does 24 points of damage.
You kill it.
Oh my gosh.
Ah, Bullrig.
You kill the dick bear with one fell stroke.
Some people say there are Dick Bear markets. I prefer a Dick Bull market. I don't know if that made sense, but
I get
it's
you.
dead.
I get you.
Economic joke.
Hey,
Oh man.
Profits. Such stunks.
boy.
Okay. So
Wait,
is this bear visible?
it is. Give me a second because I realize I messed something up. Yes, it is visible. It is visible. It is up.
Okay, and each square is a yard, we're saying in this.
Yes.
Then it is within range. I'll bring down my arcane blast from the halfling bone. 16. Nothing special though.
16 is a hit.
Only 7 wounds.
7 damage. And it's got some thick hide, so it's got a little armor, but you put some hurt on it. As this thing uses all of its actions to move up to you, Dan.
This is where I confidently take a shot.
Oh, yeah, you did prepare an action. Go
I
ahead.
just needed him
Nice.
to be within range first, because the
Sure.
pistol does not have all that much range.
He is the military tactician, this one.
Oh,
9 is a miss.
yeah. It's just because it was wibbling and wobbling around, it kind of threw me off.
It's a very distracting thing to fight. BM2.
I think it's time to fire the coprolite blast again.
Okay.
See if we can make not the womp womp noise.
13's a hit.
All right.
5 damage.
And it is penetrating, so it ignores the armor rating.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, it does need to do a stamina or a constitution stamina check against a target number of. Never mind, you're fine.
Okay. It took your damage, took your 5 damage since it was penetrating.
Trying to
Can we
give
say
that dick
penetrating
bear
and go ahead, Jeremy.
no.
No, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I
No.
think we were going in.
No.
Bart, you're up.
Well, I already fired my shot, so I'll go ahead and switch over to the gauntlets.
Okay. Punch
See if
the
I
shit
can-
out of this dick
See if I
bear.
can. There's a bad joke there, but now I don't know if I should make it.
Uh-huh.
Just gotta beat it off.
11's a miss, 15's a hit.
All right.
3 damage. Okay. Lueth.
Man. All right.
Lewith. Yeah.
Against my better judgment. Come up here. Gonna gang up on it. We're gonna stab it.
Okay.
He's gonna fist it. I'm gonna penetrate it, and we're gonna get some work done. So you said I can right click to adjust it by 1? Oh.
Yeah, if you right click on the die that you would roll, you can add it.
Oh, I see there. Roll modifier. Nice.
15's a hit.
Okay.
Eight damage. Is that piercing?
Nah, it's just
Okay.
regular penetration.
Fantastic. Okay, you put some hurt on it. It's still up, very angry. Bullreg.
Bullreg, covered in the blood of one dick bear, will wheel around. We'll see his military tactician friend Bart. Haha! I shall aid you, my friend. And I will charge in. So now we're 3-1, which means it's a +2 for the sort of gang up, and then +1 for the charge. So I'm going to see. I'm reading rules. Look out.
Look at you. One of us has to.
14
is a hit.
Yes. Yes, my friend. And I want to check, does the charge give you... No, it's just bonus to hit. Okay. So this is just... Can I get 2 dicks for the price of 1?
Careful you
terrible.
shout that, buddy.
He shouts really, really loud, dude. His voice carries. 14 points of damage.
Bullreg slays the last dick bear. You kind
I
of
feel better.
There we go. Great tactics, team.
you look around and you can see that Victor took to kind of hiding behind a tree while you were doing that. But as soon as the last one goes down, he comes running out and like almost like baseball slides on his knees and pulls a knife out as he starts working on cutting the feet off of these dick bears.
Oh my god.
Y'all are fantastic. That was amazing. No one really ever survives the dick bears like that. So you did good.
Thank you, Victor. My friend, I have another question for you.
Yeah.
Isn't the feet of a bear called paws?
Fuck. God damn it. As he throws them down on the ground and puts his knife back.
I'm sorry, my friend. Perhaps we will find corpses elsewhere within this place.
That would be all right.
I will look for them for you.
Got their feet though, so.
Ha! That is fair. That is fair. We will look together on our way to the haunted tower.
Yeah, you all start traveling the direction of the haunted tower. You see this large black castle with this single spire kind of twisting up into the sky. Occasionally you can see, some of the windows here have lights on. He's like, there it is. Just right where I told you it would be. Yeah, come on, I'll introduce you to the Count. Just gotta ring the doorbell and his butler will come over and let us in. Y'all ready?
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
They
I'm
are
excited.
joking with you, Victor. We are ready, of course.
Okay. Yeah, you head on over. You hit the doorbell, or, he hits the doorbell. And moments later, a skeleton butler opens the door. Greetings, travelers. We were not expecting guests this night. How may I be of service to you?
We don't want to stay out there where the dick bears are. We kind of want to stay in there where the dick bears aren't. That'd be cool.
They are quite a fearsome thing prowling around. Quite dangerous. And I see you've... Dear friend Victor has escorted you here. Yes. Please come in. The Count will greet you shortly. He was sleeping, so he will be just a few moments. As he kind of waves his arm to kind of usher you all in. You're looking at a very kind of cozy, very rustic style inner workings. It's kind of a haze in the air. Kind of points you off towards the side, towards a sitting room.
All right. Each hand's like he's got a library or a collection of books or something like that.
The Count has many books in his library.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They would be happy to oblige you if you wish to read. He's got a small collection in the sitting room here, so if you wish, wait here and I will go help the Count ready himself.
Louis is... Oh, sorry.
BM's just gonna, he's gonna head right for the sitting room, but not sit. He's just gonna stand there and start looking at books.
Sure. There's a wide variety of books. They're all on mathematical equations and formulas, very scientific, very high level kind of things. As the skeleton butler, if you are thirsty or hungry, I could perhaps fetch you something. Do you have preferences? Our larder is quite full and well stocked. Anyone? Food and drinks?
Bacon.
As long as not, like some sort of weird shit.
I don't.
You're figuratively, no offense.
Let's say you're quite crude, but if you want bacon, I have plenty of bacon, prosciutto, pork chops. I mean,
The only meat I saw outside was dick bears. So
yes, we get this all imported.
That fellow over there, all asparagus all the time.
Yeah,
That is true. I also would not mind a glass of milk if that is available.
all we have left currently is goat milk. Is that acceptable?
I will take it. Yes, of course.
This is very good. I'll see about the asparagus. Our vegetables are lacking at the moment, but I'll see what we have. Are Brussels sprouts an acceptable substitution if we do not have asparagus?
There's a dick bear shit in the gloom fence. Of course there would be.
Fantastic, as he heads out.
I'll eat later.
I did not mute.
Just again, please wait until we've had a chance to walk away. That's
Yeah, what's up? You're all left in this sitting room. There's a cozy fire burning, plenty of couches and comfy chairs. There's, like I said, this bookshelf. There's a dry bar kind of setting off to the corner. Very kind of plush. But after a handful of minutes, the butler returns.
Actually, if I may,
Yeah.
before the butler returns, given the state of politics, is it not odd that he has a skeleton servant? After all, they are aggressors currently.
I do not think we should talk politics. We are mere travelers. We should not impose our own thoughts on this one. What do you think, Victor? What do you know of this place?
They're nice people, Butler, he's a nice guy, He gives me some, when I get something butchered, give me the feet. But now that you told me the bear's feet are called paws, kind of worried that I've been eating things that aren't actually called feet. Not sure if I'm a fan of that, but they're still nice. Count, he's a egghead, smarty pants, doing sciencey stuff.
So, with the undead thing, I think Bert's question is a good one. Like, how like with the politics of it all, like we know that there's like because that's on the east side, right?
Yeah.
And it's Metro v that. Like, what would we know of like on the outskirts like this, like a ways from it? Like, what is it like?
So it's fairly uncommon. It's not completely unheard of for some wealthier families and individuals. Coming across skeletons outside of the bone curtain is it's very strict on the regulations and following, making sure that they're well regulated on the the rules of their union. It's odd, but it's not unheard of. Generally, like in the metro, it's not a thing at all, because it would just be too dangerous for any skeleton to try and find work there with the current tensions. Maybe some of the smaller spaces or more remote places. Definitely on the Drake Mesa. Of course, on the Drake Mesa, everyone gains flesh and it's impossible for them to die. But, those who still claim skeleton once fleshed, they find plenty of work there. But if you've all spent a lot of time in the metro, it would definitely be kind of a little bit of a shock.
Perhaps we should have him produce his union card to ensure that he is here properly.
This place is already weird enough as it is. If they're gonna give us shelter, like, let's not step on toes, so to speak. He's a skeleton, yeah, and that's weird here. But like, he was polite to us.
We're at war. I mean, the owner of this tower could be a sympathizer
or a defector.
Okay, I hear you, but you know what? There's dick bears out there for sure. And I know what they're gonna do to us. Actually, no, I don't. It could be worse than I think. But I just don't want to be out there.
Fair enough. We can report it to the authorities later.
Yeah, later.
I would
Maybe
be
we
happy
can
to do this.
We can find a way to wash off all of this yam. I still have a lot of yam on me.
And the butler, he returns right about at the point where you're saying that, like, excuse my manners. I have provided you. We did have asparagus. I did not know how you took it, so apologize for my lateness. I have some raw and some steamed.
I will take it raw and steamed.
That's
you.
Good. Plenty of thick bacon, hot, like he was back there cooking in a frenzy. Carafe of ice cold water, your glass of goat milk. That's great.
This is true. Ulrich does like it raw.
Oh, baby, Ulrich likes it raw. I've completely forgotten myself. Allow me to fetch a basin so you all might clean and freshen yourself up. Presuming you'll all be staying the nights, I will ready rooms as long as the Count approves of this. He is quite accommodating to guests, so as long as you all are, polite and respectful of, this being his domain and his house here in the castle, it should be no trouble. If you excuse me, I'll go fetch your basin. The Count should be along. Yes.
I don't mean to intrude, but where is the goat milk I was promised?
It's right here on the tray, and he hands you a nice chilly glass of goat's milk. It's got a little bit of a light head on it, so it's like full fat goat's milk.
This would be nice as a starter. Perhaps you can fill a basin and bring that as well.
Oh, you've quite a thirst. Yes, I will.
I killed 2 dick bears. Yes.
Yeah, that is quite a feat. I'll tell you what, I'll get the trolley and I'll put the basin for washing water, and I will bring much, much more goat's milk for you, kind sir.
Excellent. Thank you.
He excuses himself again, leaving you alone in the room. Food's delicious. Water's crisp, clean, refreshing. Your goat's milk, it's wonderful.
He's got the milk mustache too, and is proud of
Of
it.
course, yeah.
Nice. But a few moments later, the door opens and you see, rather than the butler, a stocky dwarf in very regal, kind of like crushed velvet suit with this like half cape. Friends, greetings. It is not common for me to get guests in the night. I am Count Von Tool. May I be so kind as to have your names?
Hi, I'm BM2.
We share a name, good friend.
Bart.
Bart, simple yet easy.
Bohai.
Boy, pleasure to meet you this evening.
Laith, thank you for the hospitality.
You are quite welcome. I understand that my butler is currently tending to your needs and has provided you food. I see. Very good. Feel free to eat your fill, and if you require more, just kindly ask the butler and he will get you more. And you, my big friend, might I have your name? Kind of gesturing towards you, Bullrig.
I am Bullrig, son of Bullrig, and do not let my diminutive friend speak too simply about himself. This is Bart, General. We shall call him military extraordinaire, tactician. Yes.
This is very humbling. I did not know that I was in the presence of such a powerful individual.
You should. Do you have a board of chess or perhaps checkers? And he shall display his tactical genius in front of you.
Oh, yes, I do. It's been so long since I played a good game of chess. And he shuffles over to a nearby set of drawers, and he kind of rifles through there and pulls out a chessboard with these stone chess pieces, sets them up. He drags a chair over for you, Bart, and he drags a chair over for himself. Let us go. Do you wish to go first or second?
Well, gentlemen will always go second.
Oh, very well. That is nice of you to do.
BM's just going to approach the board and just stare down and look back and forth between the competitors. He's very fascinated.
So, Dan, we're going to do 3 rounds, opposed intelligence style tests. Let me see. That would be, intelligence. His opening move, he gets an 11. Your opening move, you get a 12. You've got him on the ropes right out of the get-go. You're doing all the fancy moves, like second round. He gets another 11.
Oh boy. We're keeping it even.
Did I roll? What did I roll?
Just like a cat playing with its food. I think you're rolling as Louis.
Oh, yeah. I am. Okay. Let me click on this. All right. So, yeah. Tied. You're both back and forth. Pieces are dropping off the board. No clear advantage here or there. As the final stretch of the game, this is maybe going on in the hour, the wash basin has already come in. 3 giant jugs of goat's milk. It's like, I'm sorry, sir. This is all we've got. But I would kindly ask, I present all of them to you now, but in the morning, if you want some goat's milk with your breakfast, might I keep one of these in reserve for then?
Yes, you may. I appreciate you asking.
I'm very, very glad to hear that. I will take this and return it. Please enjoy the rest. And Dan,
I shall.
Gets a 13 for his final.
Oh.
It goes back and forth. It's tense, nail-biting, chess moving action. Finally, he seems to have you in checkmate. Give me one final intelligence test, Dan. We're going with the difficulty of an 11 here.
God dang it. Do we have any rerolls?
No, we're all out. He gets you hemmed up in the corner. Checkmate. That was, friend, that was you have much to be proud of about that match. It was touch and go. I was not sure if I would make it. There's a reroll. You can go ahead and take it if you want, Bart.
All
and
right.
then I will recon the phrases that I was just making.
I don't think I'm going to win, but you never know. No,
11. You did worse. Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate that.
This is the way that rerolls
I'm
go.
sorry.
But that was fantastic. You did a great match. I would like if you would be okay. It is very late in the evening, and I do not think I have another match in me tonight. But maybe tomorrow, if you would be good, I would love a rematch with you. It might be fun to do.
Sure.
That is fantastic.
Perhaps a little more rest after our exciting combat today.
I heard you all fought 2 dick bears. That is quite exciting. Now I must ask you, with the Gloomfens, it's a very isolated and dangerous place. Did you come out here willingly, or were you another victim of the yams?
Yeah.
We got yammed.
That is too bad. Too bad. It is happening with more and more frequency, and I do not know yet what is causing it. Most are not strong enough to survive the travel through the Gloomfens. You have moved just a little ways from what Victor told me, and it is a very dangerous journey at night. It is not safe during the day, but the dick bears, they're far more aggressive in the evenings and twilight and night hours. They hunt great hunger, a throbbing pain of hunger and desire to consume the flesh of living creatures.
Why does hunger have to be throbbing?
Because I know what I am working with here. Quite the foul creature. I was very disappointed in myself when I accidentally made those all those years ago.
Oh, okay.
Did you make anything else?
I've made many things. I have made the 20-toed toad. It does not do so well. There's too many toes for it to hop, and they got eaten very quickly.
Yeah.
Victor.
Bit of a design flaw.
Yes.
Did Victor eat them?
Victor, he ate a lot of them, yes.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
He did. He enjoyed it greatly. It was very disturbing. Victor,
But they
if
are
you may not
technically
know, initially I brought him on as a stable boy here at the estate, but
Doesn't seem very stable.
he's not. I had to let him go, but he's still friendly. He did not take it personally. So I sent him away. One day, my dear sweet Matilda. Matilda is my donkey, my ass. And then one day I caught him licking the hoofs of Matilda. And I'm like, this is inappropriate, friend. I cannot allow you to stay here for fear of all of our well-being.
That's understandable. Somebody licks your ass without your permission. You kick them out.
You do it. It's the only thing you can do. It is quite inappropriate.
Lueth, have no concern. I don't have a tongue to lick your ass with.
I'm going to shoot myself tonight.
Please don't. I don't. Our dear butler does fantastic work, but cleaning that amount of gore I feel bad for him having to do that.
How about poison? You got poison?
We could come up with poison if you wish to end your life tonight. I could come up with poison if you want.
Okay, I'm going to flip a coin later.
Okay, well, let me know. I will gladly. I am one who provides. Very much so.
No. Maybe.
So, how long were you all in the yams?
Depends. What day is it?
It is October 17th.
Would we have been aware of what day it was before we got?
It was like March-ish, so a couple months maybe.
Oh, well, I'm surprised we're not dead.
Hey, the yams, from what I can tell, they provide sustenance. I still have not figured out what exactly they're doing with taking people and encasing them. Or in your case, this is the first instance I have seen of a machine being done so. It changes some of my possible theories and guesses at what they're doing. But it's very interesting.
It's very interesting.
Anyway,
I mean, you
yes.
seem like a smart guy. Is it rude for us to ask what your assumption is, what you think they're doing? Because
I believe the people who are taken, it seems like no harm is done to them. They lose time, yes. This is true. My initial reaction is they were making duplicates, doppelgangers made of yam. But I have dissected some of those who were not so lucky in the Gloom Vens, and they seem to be just regular flesh and blood, as one would expect. And I've never heard of, any reports from the city of duplicates showing up. Perhaps it's some kind of power transference, That would be a very terrible thing to do, though. The living body does not produce enough electricity to really do anything with. But maybe it's memory access? Maybe they're learning?
I'll learn where I keep all of my secret things.
They very well might know where all your secret things are. But that's currently the only thing I can figure out.
Well, perhaps they'll learn of the greatness of the One, and McGavin's teachings will spread amongst their kingdom.
You are a follower of the One? That is something I did not expect. Obviously, you're not one of the slaughter shamans. So anyway.
I'm going to say no.
Jeff, what was the other clergy faction of McGavin? There was the slaughter shamans.
Yeah, it was like the Ministry of
Meat?
No, it was something else. I can't remember. I'd have to pull it back up. It was like minister or something or other.
Okay.
Ministry or something.
You would be one of the ministry members, because the slaughter shamans are very wild and aggressive, living by McGavin's more core tenets of consumption and destruction in the holy. Am I right on that, Jeff?
Yeah, you got that. You got the tenets right. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that is my presumption now, is that they're not producing duplicates. They do not seem to be draining or harming the people inside. Perhaps it is just stealing information. They've been quite riled up, the yams, since the appearance of the golden child. So that is my thoughts on that. Anyway, it is extremely late at this point, although I have enjoyed my conversation and having you all as guests. I believe the butler has been preparing rooms for all of you, and I would be honored if you would stay the night and join me for breakfast, and then we can discuss your plans moving forward. I'm not trying to chase you out of my house by any means. You're welcome to stay and recuperate if you need, but, everyone has their own business, and I would hate to hinder you in any ways by extreme generosity on my part, and some people feel very obligated to accept the offered generosity, and it can hinder their goals. So I just do not want to be caught up in that cycle. So anyway, if you would excuse me, it has been a pleasure to meet all of you, and I will see you in the morning. The butler will be by soon to escort you to your rooms. Good evening, friends.
Yeah.
He
Good
lets
evening.
himself out. You're all left to your own for a few minutes.
Tails. Okay.
You
Yeah.
should have very
2
simple.
jugs of goat milk, just downing them left and right.
If you wish, I will always ask permission first.
The bacon is delicious.
I bet it will be.
I'm not sure what creature the meat came from, but meh. Meat is meat.
Until it's not.
True.
Verse 15, book 5. Meat is meat.
Yeah.
I'm
So, yeah.
curious.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Go. No, you go ahead.
Like, I know this guy seems to be like up to date on his math and stuff, but like looking at his books, is there a way I can do a check to see like if there's a common range of time that's similar from to get an idea of like maybe how old this dude is?
Give me an
Like, he's probably got a
intelligence test.
collection.
Yeah, an intelligence test.
I was also flipping through the books. Could I do an intelligence test to see if I can get like a common theme for his research?
Sure. Louise, you knocked that shit out of the park. Stunt points. I don't know if there's anything we can do with stunt points now, but yeah, you do great. 12 is all right. So, Louise, I'll give it to you to begin with. You start looking through the few books here in his setting room. Like the butler said, there's a larger library somewhere. These seem to be his more reference book. They're books. They're very worn. You can see there's notes scrawled in the books here, and they're markings. The books span in ages. I mean, it's the oldest that you find might be, a couple 100 years old. The youngest, maybe a few months. The ink he's using, you kind of look over it. The older books, the ink is kind of turned brown. In older ink, they would use kind of like a coppery, not copper, but iron-based ink pigment. And over time, it would brown as that iron and it would oxidize. So you're picking up like this shit's been here long enough, 20, 30 years maybe, to oxidize, which doesn't seem abnormally old, but you're kind of guessing this dude is easily 150, 200, maybe older, just with the way these books are worn and how old some of these notes look. And it looks like he might be getting these books as they're relatively new.
Hey guys, I got a feeling that there's a chance the reason he's got a skeleton butler is, this guy might be like a hipster that had like skeletons before skeletons were cool sort of thing. Like maybe that's like his old faithful before like the political environment changed or something. This dude's old, which is like either really good or really bad. I mean, the dude made dick bears.
It probably took some time.
I'm just like, for me, I'm going to sleep with one eye open. He's very polite and I appreciate it, but
Perhaps we should take shifts to make sure that somebody is aware at all times.
to read all these interesting books,
And BM2, kind of the studies that he's doing, most of it is dealing with high level, kind of higher than what you'd be able to kind of comprehend with your 12 there. But definitely very advanced mathematics, kind of like astronomy kind of things, like movements of solar bodies, the mathematics behind them, some references to here and there to kind of weak points in, the fabric of existence here and there. There's some books on basic biology, some books on more advanced biology. All of them heavily notated. The notes are in some kind of shorthand that your 12's just not really pulling out for you.
Seems to be research scattered all around, but interesting. Wonder what he's searching for. Well, you'd suggested we sleep in shifts. Do you want me to take the first one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, eventually the butler escorts you up. You've got, he takes you to a closed door, he opens it up, and it's a hall, like it's a guest wing. And there's a series of doors kind of stretching down, and each one opens up into a small but nice room, very kind of plush, well done bedding. There's a basin in each one for washing, a fireplace is going. He's like, please take your choice of whichever rooms you want. They're all available to you. I've prepared all of them, not knowing which ones you would prefer. But I will come and get you in the morning when it is time for breakfast. Please sleep well, and I would kindly ask that you stay here in this wing. If you need to use the facilities, the last door on the right is the restroom. This?
Nope.
Okay, but yes.
Yeah, BM just points at himself.
Okay. But yes, please don't go wandering around the house. It's not necessarily dangerous, but there's a lot of stairs. Sometimes they can take you by surprise. Not accusing any of you of being thieves or anything. You all seem like very wonderful people and honorable who do no such thing. But, just common niceties, not to leave any room for doubt. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, we are very good people. I can assure you of that.
That is fantastic. Anyway, if you excuse me, I will go. And you all rest. And I will get you for breakfast in the morning.
I do enjoy breakfast.
And he leaves you all in this hallway. Plenty of rooms to pick. There's maybe 10 rooms all together. Each room is identical. Very well done up. There's, like a loose sleepwear in each room in case you want to change, not sleep in your traveling clothes. So
Ulrich will sleep in the room closest to the stairs.
Okay.
And he is going not to take the first shift, but he will take the last. He will get up early.
Oh, claim middle-ish.
Okay. So BM2, you start us off. Bohai. Followed up at last by Bolrek. Completely uneventful night. Not a sound in the house. Very restful sleep. Bed's very comfortable.
I don't used to bed.
What's that? Yeah, you probably.
As a matter of fact, when BM2 goes into rest mode, he just kind of like hunkers down, and then there's like this ticking, this continuous ticking as he's self-winding.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
There you go. And it's about 10 minutes early, but that's about where I plan to wrap for the night. So we'll call it here. If I remember correct, Jeff, you're going to be out for the next 2 weeks, 2 sessions.
Yeah, but we will have something on Friday. So we are playing some Mothership on Friday.
That is true.
Are we doing plugs, or are you just saying? When we're
I was
back?
just going to let everyone
I jumped
know.
the gun.
You jumped the gun. We'll get there, buddy.
My bad.
That's all right.
My bad.
But yeah, so next 2 weeks in this time slot, I believe Bert's going to run something for us, but I'll let Bert talk about that. But yeah, we'll wrap it here. And we'll now get into plugs. So Jeff, what do you got happening the rest of the week?
I don't want to tell you now. Friday, we're playing some Mothership for the first time, and that'll be the last game we play. We have on our channel for like a week. We're gonna be off all next week, basically, so we won't have anything for a little bit. But we'll be back in like 2 weeks with more stuff.
I need to drop the links. Jeremy, you want to tell us about this Kickstarter? not Kickstarter, Patreon.
Yeah, and Reese on Patreon. You got comics, RPG assets, maps. It's a good time.
There we go. Bert, what you got happening?
Oh, this Friday we've got some BX Dungeons and Dragons playing the Mystara setting going on. Steam Steel Murder Twitch stream. This Saturday is official Goodman Games. Some of these folks
Yes,
here
it is.
I will be running Weird Frontiers for. And let's see what else I got going on. Sunday. This is what am I doing this Sunday? I don't even remember.
I don't
It's
think
not
it's
Shadowrun. No. So
Boot
it's
Hill,
probably
probably.
Boot
Right.
Hill. Yeah, it's going to be Boot Hill 3rd edition. Next week, I will be running just a fill-in game on the Wednesday in this slot. Some of the new Marvel Universe. Kind of cribbed it for my Project Moratory setting. If you're old Marvel
You've
fans,
told
you
me
might know
plenty
what
about that
is.
setting. Yeah. Very cool. And John, where can
Yeah.
people find you outside of this?
Outside of this, you can find me occasionally over on twitch.tv/slices n dices. I run a Savage Rifts game. Our next session is going to be probably July 7th. So that's coming up. That should be fun. Should have another player joining. And then over there too, you can find they do a bi-weekly Ravenloft game, and they do a monthly Alien Frontier War game. That's
Very cool.
I think they're on like episode 13 now. So,
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, and here on Defenders, come back tomorrow night, this Thursday night. Watercolors and Warriors, we're still doing the Quiet Year, building a setting for our upcoming campaign there, using Tales from the Loop, roughly inspired by Over the Garden Wall. Friday night, we'll be back, after you watch the Lollygaggers. Playing some Anvia. That's a system that Joe's making. It's like the second to the last in Joe's little mini campaign, so make sure you don't miss it. Saturday at 1 p.m. over on twitch.tv/Grim and Perilous Plays. We're slated to do some Fallout 2D20. So that's been a lot of fun. We'll continue that. Like Bert said, Saturday night, Goodman Games official. And that's what we got for the week. I don't know. That's all I got. I was going to think because Twitch has kind of tightened down on some of the things you could say and not say. And I guess my usual catch closing phrase steps over the line. So I don't know how I should end it. Goodbye, people. See you later. I didn't queue up
Even more
the go
menacing.
away screen.
That sounds way more menacing than what you normally say. That.
Yeah. All right. We'll catch y'all later. Bye.